thank everybody for being here. This is pretty cool because there's a lot more people here today than there have been in the past. I remember the first time we did Media Day, there were 2 people, and one of them was Scholes, and he was a freshman, and he had his iPhone out there asking me questions. So it's really cool to see how much softball and baseball have grown, particularly all the excitement that's been around softball for a while, and baseball had just such a tremendous year last year. So I'm really excited for that. As far as softball is concerned, I think something that's great that's new on the horizon is as we're building our brand new baseball stadium, super excited about that. We've also had an opportunity to enhance softball, and we've this year we've added a berm to us, so when the weather finally turns, you'll get to see the green grass, and it's going to be something. And the reason this is so special to me is because it shows a continued commitment by the athletic department to enhance the softball program. I mean, it's a very expensive thing that we weren't counting on and budgeting for this season. So the fact that our athletic department was willing to chip in and do this is incredible. It's also a big deal because we have had the opportunity to host either a regional or a super regional 5 times since 2011. Our team is a mainstay now in regionals and super regionals. We've been in super regionals several times in the past few years. We've had an appearance in the Women's College World Series recently, so we are definitely a team that the Big Blue Nation can get behind, so I'm very excited about this commitment. You know, our team is very interesting. We are returning some unbelievable players. We have great strength in our position players that are coming back. Our outfield right now is probably as best as it's ever been with returning Vic, Henson, Rainwater, who am I forgetting? Oh, Brooklyn, our senior, yes, Brooklyn, who is an amazing person. We've also added Lauren Johnson has been incredible. She's fast. She's a freshman. Offensively, she hit over 400 in our scrimmages, so she's going to add a lot of pop to the lineup. So I feel incredible. Things are on the horizon for our outfield. Our infield also returning some tremendous players. On the left side, we have Abby Cheek and Katie Reed coming back, who in my opinion are probably one of the strongest left sides in the entire country. We have Alex Martins coming back on the right side right now. She's at second base, and she is doing incredible. My hope was to move her to first base because I believe she would be one of the best first basemen in the country, but she seems to not be getting beat out at second base, so that really says a lot about her work ethic and her commitment to her speed. And then the one position that we're not sure right now what we're going to do with, I think we have a really solid plan at the beginning. Right now, Mallory Payton has done an exceptional job there. Autumn Humes, who's a transfer also, has done a good job there. And one of the reasons we have a little bit of a hole at first base is because we anticipate that Erin Rethlake will have a much bigger role on the mound that she's had in the past. Last year was really a coming out party for her. She did an exceptional job, and I'll tell you, I was so impressed at the work that she did in regionals and in super regionals. And to be able to pitch in those games and to have that big game experience coming back is something that our program has always had as a cornerstone, and we believe that Erin's going to be able to take that in, along with our pitching staff. The rest of them is a little bit unknown, but I feel really good about where they're at. Autumn Humes came in. She is my first ever transfer at the University of Kentucky, and I feel really great about this being my first transfer. She is an incredible pitcher. She's incredibly strong, and she has a big personality that she is just starting to understand. I think that once she gets some big game experience at the Division I level, she is going to be a force to reckon with. Grace Ballman, also somebody over the past, I would say over the past 4 or 5 months, is a completely different pitcher. She's throwing consistently 65, 66 miles an hour with spin, and for a freshman to be able to do that is tremendous. So I feel great about where they're at. Also returning is Larissa Spellman, and I'll tell you, Larissa Spellman is somebody that could really shock some people. She had her best game last year against Mississippi State. I missed it because I got ejected, but you know, it's something that we still talk about. And what I loved about that appearance is we were in a really bad place during that game, and here's somebody who was barely warm, came in, put the team on her back, and carried them. So that was really showed us what she could do, and she's just a sophomore. And then, of course, we have Bethany Todd, who's from down the road, that can really spin the ball. Another player that I'm super excited about, who has just recently really started to show the type of player that she is Ashley Ruiz. She has done an exceptional job defensively. She also adds depth to the pitching staff and is really starting to hit the ball well. So Those players, I'm probably forgetting a couple, but right now I would say those are the ones that seem to be standing out in our team scrimmages and putting up tons of numbers. And as the other players continue to develop, I think we have a very deep team going into 2018. So
we'll open it up for questions.
Richie, you talked about your stadium, and obviously people driving by can see it, and it makes an impression. But how vital has the hitting facility been for the development of your program over the last 2 or 3 years?
Well, our facility is amazing for a lot of reasons. So what the country sees is they see it's really blue, and that was something that we wanted when we designed it. And the hitting building is the largest for softball only in the country. And I think for the Big Blue Nation to say that they can do that and support women's athletics on that level really says a lot about this administration. With that said, the real value in the hitting building is that our players can come and go and work on their own. And the reason that that's essential is because our team GPA, which is things that don't really get talked about, it's been over a 3.4 over the last 11 semesters. In fact, the 3 women sitting in this room right now all have a 4.0. That's not why they were picked. They were picked because they're good softball players. But they also happen to be outstanding students. And the only way that you can be an outstanding student and be able to compete at such a high level is if you have the support of your athletic department, not only in our incredible CATS unit, but also we have the athletic facilities so that they can work their class schedules the way that they need to, and they can get their work in. The other reason it's essential is because in today's day and age, with all the new rules that the NCAA has out there, it kind of puts people who are not very self-motivated at a disadvantage. So if I can go out there and I can recruit individuals who are incredibly self-motivated or self-starters, that you can tell them what they need to practice, then they'll go out there and they'll do it on their own. And that is probably the secret of Kentucky softball. Is as great as our facilities is, it always comes down to the people. And I've been so lucky to have tremendous people who are willing to work hard, work at their craft, and continue to improve all the years. And it says a lot about them, and it says a lot about the administration.